What's up, guys? It's Hadad from Henry's House of Coffee. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make a French press at home. I get a lot of questions about that specific way to brew it. So let's turn around and see what are the ways that we recommend that you make a French press at HOC. Come on, let's take a look here. All right, let's talk about what we need. What's up, guys? Welcome. So you're gonna need some hot water, obviously. The French press, okay, here's it broken down. Well, I'll explain to you guys how this works here in a sec. You're gonna need some coffee, ground coarse. So with the French press, we'll talk about why you need a coarse grind, and then you'll need a cup. All right, first thing that you're gonna do with a French press, let me explain how this works, just high level, okay? It's basically just a glass jar, okay? And they got a handle on it so that you can use it like a mug. And essentially the way it works is you have this metal filter, and that separates the coffee grinds from the water. See all those little holes? Can you see that? Okay. So super easy to use. And at a high level, all we're doing is we're just pressing this guy all the way down, separating the coffee grinds, and that's how we get water. But I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks on what you should do first. One thing that really helps is adding some hot water before you even brew. And what that does is kind of brings the glass up to room temperature and up to the 203 degrees that's recommended by the SCA. So what we're gonna do real fast is I just like to pour some hot water, okay? You see how I'm just pouring it on the glass? And then what we're gonna do is swivel it around, swirl it, okay? And we're acclimating the glass to the temp. It helps keep your coffee hot, and then it brews the coffee at a nice temp as well, okay? So we're gonna throw this out. Now that I got this nice and warm, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the coffee. And like I mentioned, you want it to be a coarse grind. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but a nice coarse ground so that the coffee doesn't go through those that metal filter and it doesn't get muddy. Now, the big issue here is the coffee to water ratio. You wanna make sure that at HOC we recommend 1 tablespoon for 4 ounces of water. So here I got a 12-ounce cup of coffee, right? So if we're doing math here, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So we're gonna put 3 scoops, okay? And they don't have to be heaping. I mean, if you want it to be intense, sure, go for it. But, you know, just like a nice level. And we'll add it directly into the French press here, okay? 2 and 3, okay? We'll get that out of the way. Now, the trick is, what we're gonna do is bloom the coffee, all right? We're gonna put enough water here just so that we get the coffee grinds wet. And I'm gonna show you here by moving the camera here, okay? Okay, this is called blooming, and what we're doing is we're allowing the freshly roasted coffee to degas. When we're roasting coffee, it's got CO2 in it, so we want that CO2 to kind of get out of the coffee so we're not tasting it. And you can see how the coffee's kind of ballooned up, or what we call blooming. We're gonna allow that to happen for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna add the rest of the water. Okay, so it's been about roughly 30 seconds. Now, at home, if you don't have a measuring cup and you don't know like how much water you've done, you can always pour the water in here and then dump it like that, okay? But at HOC, we have a scale and I have a measuring cup, so it's not a big deal. Go ahead and pour the rest of the water in here. Let me see if you can see that. You wanna make sure that you got nice bubbles, okay? That's about 12 ounces. And at this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna allow the coffee to really get saturated and brew, but we're losing heat. So what we're gonna do is put this guy back in, and we're not gonna press it down. We're just gonna leave it like this, okay? Some folks recommend mixing the coffee. I'm not a big fan of that. I let the coffee work itself out and have the water really saturate and get into the beans by themselves. But if you want to mix it, you're totally fine. It's not a big deal. You're gonna let this stand for about 4 minutes. We recommend anywhere from 3.5 to 4 minutes for brew time. But for purposes of this video, let's assume that it's already been brewed. And then all you do is super simple, okay? Just hold it down and then just brew it. Push it down, okay? And what that does is it separates the grinds from the coffee. Let me see if you can see that, okay? So the coffee grinds are on the bottom and the coffee's on top. And at this point, all you do is just pour it back into your cup. Got some delicious HOC. And that's how you make a French press. Super easy, super quick. Makes a delicious cup of coffee. And that's it. Thanks for watching. And talk to you guys soon. Bye.